Imagine discovering that a simple snack could dramatically cut your chances of dying from heart disease, and it's something as everyday as nuts. In a groundbreaking revelation, research shows that folks who regularly munch on nuts, particularly tree nuts like almonds, walnuts, and cashews, face a much lower risk of cardiovascular-related death than those who skip them altogether. But here's where it gets controversial. This flies in the face of old-school dietary advice that once painted nuts as villains due to their fat content. Delving deeper into the details, a fresh study conducted by experts at Loma Linda University Health reveals that individuals with the highest tree nut consumption enjoyed a 17 to 27% reduced risk of cardiovascular mortality. This isn't just a fluke, it's backed by rigorous analysis of data from over 80,000 participants in the Adventist Health Study 2, a long-term survey of Seventh-day Adventists in the US and Canada from 2002 to 2007. And this is the part most people miss. Unlike the general population, this group tends to avoid tobacco and alcohol, making it easier to pinpoint diet's direct impact on health without those confounding factors muddying the waters. While previous research has linked nut eating to better health outcomes, not enough of it has zoomed in on tree nuts specifically, often lumping in peanuts and peanut butter, which are actually legumes, not true nuts. The lead researcher, Montri Soprono, from the Center for Dental Research at Loma Linda University School of Dentistry, emphasized that this study bolsters the idea that what we eat plays a huge role in preventing diseases like heart disease, one of the top killers worldwide. We've got all sorts of medications out there, Soprono noted, but prevention through smart eating is often the best first line of defense. Published in the Journal of Nutrition under the title, Nut Consumption and Risk of Cardiovascular Disease and Ischemic Heart Disease Mortality, the Adventist Health Study 2, the findings stem from this observational study. Observational means it spots associations but can't definitively prove cause and effect. Think of it like noticing that people who wear raincoats get wet less often, but not proving the coat causes dryness. Still, these results align with other studies showing nuts' potential to lower heart risks, offering a clearer picture when combined. To help beginners grasp this, let's break down the history. Back in the 1980s and early 1990s, nuts got a bad rap because of their high fat content. Early research linked any fat in diets to heart disease, so guidelines pushed people away from high-fat foods, including nuts, even though they might have hidden benefits. It took a pivotal 1992 study by Gary Fraser, the principal investigator of the Adventist Health Study 2 and a contributor here, to flip the script, demonstrating nuts' protective powers against heart issues. Soprono called it a game-changer that sparked a wave of follow-up research, from U.S. studies like the Nurses' Health Study to international ones in Europe and Asia. So, what's in nuts that makes them such heart heroes? Packed with plant sterols, magnesium, fiber, and vitamins, they help fight inflammation and even lower blood pressure a bit. These nutrients team up synergistically to keep blood vessels healthy, warding off atherosclerosis, that's the buildup of plaque in arteries that can lead to heart disease. For those new to this, imagine it like a team of nutrients working in harmony to keep your cardiovascular system running smoothly, reducing the chance of blockages that cause strokes or heart attacks. Ready to give it a try? Start small. A few handfuls a few times a week is a great entry point, especially if you've steered clear before. Nuts are incredibly nutrient-dense, meaning they're loaded with essential macros, like healthy fats and proteins, and micros, vitamins and minerals, per calorie. Enjoy them whole or sprinkle on salads, oatmeal, smoothies, or yogurt. Soprono advises opting for minimally processed versions, think unsalted and raw over roasted or flavored, to maximize benefits. But here's an intriguing twist. The study also ran a substitution analysis, swapping nuts for foods like unprocessed red meat, processed meats, eggs, and poultry. Results? A whopping 35 to 44% drop in cardiovascular death risk. While exploratory, this suggests that simple swaps toward plant-based eating could have big public health payoffs. It ties into the broader trend Soprono mentioned, shifting away from meat-heavy diets to more plant-powered proteins for overall wellness. Of course, not everyone's convinced. Some might argue that nuts' calorie density could lead to weight gain if overeaten, potentially offsetting heart benefits, especially for those watching their intake. Others question if this applies universally, or if cultural diets play a role. What do you think? Should nuts become a daily staple in everyone's routine, or are there downsides we're overlooking? Do you agree that plant-based swaps could revolutionize heart health, or is this overhyped? Share your opinions in the comments, let's discuss. This piece draws from the original article on the Loma Linda University news site, https://news.llu.edu/health-wellness/study-highlights-reduction-cardiovascular-disease-adding-nuts-diet. By Ansel Oliver, Loma Linda University News.